Hello, water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for August. Now, this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus placements. Please make sure you check all of those placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Only take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Now, we will be looking at sources of love, sources of abundance, and messages from the universe. So we're covering your career life, your love life, all rolled into one. Starting off with some oracle cards for each row. Towards the end of the reading, I will be rolling a few dice just to get some initials and angel numbers and sun signs and planets to close everything off. So make sure you stick around for that. All right. Let's see. Sources of love. Oh, how beautiful. We have the poet, relationships and vulnerability. I like that. The poet. It's a brand new deck, but it's stunning. We have the King of Pentacles. Could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't have to be. But whoever this is showing up as very stable, very grounded. Could be a little stubborn and unchanging, but whatever this person is doing works for them. Okay. Then we have Temperance, could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Daughter of the Reconcilers. Now this is a very strange deck. It's very detailed, but I always notice things that I haven't noticed before every time I pick up this deck. Reconcilers being a keyword right here. I'm not going to say too much. I will clarify. That wanted to show itself. And we have the High Priestess, Pisces energy. Beautiful. There's a spirituality here. There is patience here. There's compassion and empathy here. And there's a softness here that I'm really, really liking. Why was I harping on the Reconcilers? I have the Last Judgment at the bottom of the deck. As we all know, if you're familiar with the tarot, the Judgment card is a card of reconciliation. It is a card of being given a second chance to redo something, to start something over. I still want to study the poet, but I will clarify these real quick before I do that. We have the Death card. You remember I said there's a stubbornness here. I feel like, and that's what I got suddenly, intuitively. That unchanging nature that someone may have carried, that stubbornness, I feel like that's coming to an end. And whoever this is willing to transform. The High Priestess here may be the most important card. Maybe not. Judgment is pretty powerful as well. This is a strong, strong reading. You have 4 major arcana on the table. Why is Temperance here? The Empress, 5th major arcana. There's a go around happening. There's a revisit to something happening. Because I feel like with Temperance and the Empress, what you have been doing, and no gender in tarot, alright? Just take the energy with you. I feel like if there was a separation with this Death card, if there was an ending to whatever it is that you were a part of, you haven't let that time go to waste. The time that you spent healing, I feel like you've let it help you grow, help you shine, become a bigger, better person, you know. The High Priestess with the 7 of Swords. I'm going to get one more. The Knight of Swords. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands, fire energy. Alright, I feel when I saw the High Priestess, I was talking about one's spirituality. I was talking about intuition. I feel like whoever this person is, they are not being able to access their higher self just yet. This vulnerability that we're talking about, I feel like to get to this place of having an open heart, an open mind is difficult for this person. I'm not saying they're not going to get there, I'm not saying that they're not going to be vulnerable with you or open with you. It's going to take a little bit of work, which is why we have so many powerful cards with the Judgment and the Death card. There is a conversation that wants to come in. There is passion that wants to be expressed with the King of Wands. The King of Wands has a laser focus, right? We have two kings. There's stability and there is passion. There's fire. This conversation that wants to come about after a whole lot of quiet, because the High Priestess does represent silence. I feel like it's going to come out of nowhere. I'm also kind of getting like Page of Swords energy. It's like someone keeping an eye on you, someone being very quiet, but at the same time, it's like they're connected to your energy. They haven't left your auric field, right? Now, when it comes to the poet, I'm just going to read a little bit of a gist from the book. It says, there is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it's time to accept the heart-pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems, find your song. Love is a creative work. Be your imaginative, authentic self and let other like-minded people flock to you. This is when you will experience true happiness. So it's possible that this conversation that wants to happen, it's coming about in a very discreet way. You may be receiving songs, you may be receiving poems, you may be receiving random links to reels and shorts. You know what I mean? This isn't a hello, how are you doing? This is just a poke that, I'm thinking of you kind of thing. Whoever this person is being very cautious. They're being, but they can't help themselves. I mean, the Empress is very attractive and the King of Wands is a very passionate person. Whoever this person is, they cannot help themselves. But I don't like how they're approaching you. We would want a little bit of directness, but it's like they're trying to find the easy way out. That vulnerability that we were talking about, I don't see them embracing that just yet. Okay. But this judgment call, I see it happening. This realization of your worth, this realization of the passion, this realization of the transformation that needs to come about in this relationship, that's on the horizon. I see that happening. All right. Now, let's get to sources of abundance. The Champion, achievement and downfall. Interesting. This reminds me of the Ace of Swords. I'm going to quickly grab the book and see what this is before we move forward. So it says, you're riding high on victory at the moment and you've earned the right to celebrate, but don't let it go to your head. Not only could arrogance unpick all of your progress, but if you turn your back on a half-finished job, you may see those successes fall apart faster than you can hold them together. Interesting. So this is about, doing things for the long term, seeing things through, right? Not letting yourself pick up projects and drop them before they are over. And I'm also seeing success, victory, achievement. Of course, the card is called the Champion. You reaching a certain apex in your career. But I feel like this talks about not resting on your laurels, right? Keep pushing forward, keep moving forward. We have the Nine of Swords. There is anxiety here. There is something that's causing you stress. We will see when we clarify. We have the Six of Pentacles, material success, generosity. There will be credit given for what it is that you have done within your field, right? I feel like if you were being paid less than you deserve, that is going to be corrected. That balance is going to come in. And I also feel that there needs to be a work-life balance. I'm getting that with the Six of Pentacles. We will see when we clarify. And then I have the Magician. I love it. This is power. This is manifestation. This is the apex. And then we have the Chariot. Look at the cards you're getting. Very, very powerful energy. This is Cancer energy. We have the Chariot, we have the Champion, and we have the Magician. I feel like it's all there for you to savor. The success, the triumph, the glory, the victory, it's there for you to savor. But I feel like you're getting in your own way with the Nine of Swords. The Five of Wands. Some of you may be worried that there's too much competition. Whatever field you're in, you may be stopping yourself from doing what it is that you want to do because you feel like there are too many people who are already doing it. Right? You are the champion. That's all I'm going to say. Don't doubt yourself. The Magician is a very powerful energy. The Magician resides within all of us. I'm also getting that there could be conflict on the work front, in the workplace, which is why you're not being able to show up as the best version of yourself. The potential that you have as a worker, as a creator, as whoever it is that you are, you're not being able to be the best version of you. I'm going to get one more here. We have the High Priestess. Again, a lot of Pisces energy showing up. Trust your intuition, trust your gut. Ask yourself, what makes you unique? What makes you different from these people? And when it comes to conflicts, when it comes to verbal arguments, stay quiet. Sometimes we start arguing back because we want our side of the story to be heard. But the most powerful tool that we have as human beings is silence. It is underrated. Keep quiet if someone's pushing the wrong buttons. Don't give them the reaction that they need. Your silence is going to speak louder than your words. Some of you may want to get into a spiritual career path. If that's the case, you're standing out. There's something about you that is standing out and it needs to be tapped into. The Knight of Wands. Be forthright. Ask for what you deserve is what I'm getting. I feel like some of you have been very quiet and you're just waiting for things to come to you, right? I feel like you need to voice your opinions to your superiors or to whatever platform you're on. You need to ask for what you deserve. The Chariot. I mean, look at the movement. Some of you may be in the travel industry. It is possible. If you are, then this is a beautiful sign. This is fire, passion, action, movement. The Chariot is ridden by the Emperor, who is the champion. The Chariot moves towards victory and success. And the Chariot also has a canopy of stars over it. So your intuition is going to be very strongly guiding you. Your intuition is going to be one of the most potent tools that you use at this time. If you have a nagging feeling in your gut, listen to it. That is your intuition. So your spirituality and your drive for action are very closely linked. If you keep telling yourself you can't do it, you never will. The universe is encouraging you to move forward. The universe, what does that say? Lord of the triumph of light. Triumph, success, the champion, victory. The universe is urging you to move forward with this, but I feel like you're getting in your own way. You're letting other people influence how you show up. And we don't want that. Why is the Magician here? The Queen of Wands. And the Six of Swords. Whatever plans you have, some of you may be telling yourselves that they're too big. The goals and dreams that you have are too big. And you're not capable enough to see them through. I feel like you're wrong there. All the power that you need is right there. It's within your auric field. It's just not being tapped into. The Queen of Wands can be a very powerful entrepreneur. even if not an entrepreneur, it's a very powerful person. It is someone who is laser focused on their goals, on their dreams, and makes them happen. The Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores. If you feel that you need to move physically, either move jobs, move homes, move countries, you have a lot of cards of movement. You have the Chariot twice and you have the Six of Swords. You're supported there. If you feel that the environment that you're in right now is not conducive to your growth, listen to that intuition and move. You're not a tree. Overall, I feel like the universe wants you to prioritize the first keyword and not the second. And it's all in your hands. All the tools that you need to get to victory have been handed to you. It's up to you if you give up or you keep going. I'm getting 9 of Wands energy. Alright, bottom of the deck, we have the Magician again. I've been talking about power. You may think I'm crazy, but tap into it. It's there. It's right there. I feel like some of you are not giving yourselves enough credit. That's where the problem is. Some of you may be telling yourselves that you're not good enough. That's where the problem is. Some of you may be listening to other people saying that you're not good enough. That's where the problem is. All right, let's see. Messages from the universe. We have the Runaway. Secrets running from problems. I've been talking about movement. I wonder, is that why the Chariot is showing up so much? Now, I'm a Cancer Sun and a Pisces Moon. All right, this reading technically applies to me as well. And there is this bug in my head. The minute something goes wrong, it's a reflex for me to want to travel. It's a reflex for me to say, oh, I'm going to the hills for a couple of days. I don't know if it's a water sign thing or it's just a me thing. Let me know in the comments. But that's what I'm getting here. It's like, you remember what I said about with the champion, about seeing projects through. Now, this is something I do personally. Even if it's a craft project, if it's not going well, I abandon it. Because I know I'm not going to like the end result. I don't know that, right? I'm just telling myself that. So I feel like don't run away from situations or projects or even relationships that you're telling yourself don't have potential. We have the Six of Swords again, more movement. There is more movement here. We have the Page of Swords. And we have the Six of Cups. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. More movement. I feel like some of you just want to run away. Literally run away. You literally want to run away. The Fool is the traveler. Some of you just want to start afresh. The Knight of Cups and the Moon. I need one more here. The King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles, the World, and Temperance. I feel like this row applies to both work and love. I feel like some of you may be looking for a shortcut to success. Not just a shortcut to success, but you may be... I feel like this row applies to both work and love. I feel like risks are being taken here, but they're not being calculated. I'm also feeling like there's a shortcut to success kind of energy here. Not fully addressing what the root of the problem is, brushing it under the rug and just trying to give yourself a clean slate. That I almost feel like the slate isn't clean. You're just telling yourself it is. This could apply to love as well, like I said. I feel like if you want to start over, all of the previous baggage needs to be looked at. It needs to be spoken about. And when it comes to your work, tie off loose ends is what I'm getting. I feel like you're jumping around a little bit. I'm an honest reader. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I do see abundance. I do see wealth, of course. I see success. I see victory. I see it in heaps. But how you are showing up needs to be addressed. And I'm addressing myself as well. I told you this is my reading too. We cannot run away from our problems. We cannot run away from... Wow, I just got a massive epiphany. I'm going to share this with you guys, and if you're not interested, then you're welcome to click off. But literally a couple of days ago, I told myself that I'm going to do August readings and then I'm going to close down YouTube because I'm not getting views. The channel is not growing. I've been at this for 2 years, right? And it's exhausting, to be frank with you. And I told myself that, I thought I'm going to work hard and I thought I'm going to keep it going and I'm not going to give up because you're not supposed to give up on YouTube. But I'm kind of exhausted, right? I was running away. I was trying to run away. I was not in the 9 of Wands energy. I was not persevering. I was not ready to persevere. And then I told myself, I'm going to just start something else. I mean, I do have clients. I still do readings and all of that. But when it comes to YouTube, I thought I'll start something else. But the power of perseverance is missing. Probably in some of you as well. So we need to look into that. You and me both. Now, when it comes to the 6 of Cups with the Moon and the King of Swords, there is a soul tie here. There is a soul connection here that is showing up. We were talking about it earlier. And I feel like eventually, with the Moon card, the Moon digs deep. Eventually, that deep, honest adult conversation that needs to happen will come about. But with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, again, the softness that you would want as a water sign may not come about. What is really interesting is I have the 5 of Pentacles and the World. Any period of isolation is over. You feeling abandoned, you feeling alone, all of that is over. That's a chapter closed. We have Temperance again at the bottom of the deck. You've been patient with yourself, you've been patient with the situation, you've been patient with this person. So there is a turnaround. There is a 180. But it's going to come about unexpectedly. Unexpectedly in the sense, not out of nowhere, but not the way you thought it would happen. Be prepared for this conversation. And keep your cool is what I'm getting, because Venus is retrograding, right? It can muddle our minds just a little bit. It can make us a little angry. Keep your cool and let this person speak their piece. All right, let's get you some sun signs and angel numbers and planets. We have Mars. We have Virgo, which is very interesting because Mars is in Virgo at this moment. And we have the angel number 4. All right, 4s talk about stability, permanence, right? The 4 walls of a home, the 4 seasons, the 4 cardinal directions. Angel number 444, you may be seeing it a lot. It also talks about your guardian angels surrounding you, protecting you, guiding you. The universe doing the same. We're seeing that in your reading. With Mars and Virgo, I feel like there is going to be a shift. Mars is the planet of action, right? It likes to take charge and take lead and change things around. It doesn't like stagnancy. So if your stability has been questioned, has been It's almost like tilling land, tilling soil, so you can plant new seeds. If there's been a little bit of chaos and havoc, welcome it. Mars is only going to do things that are best for you, that are for your highest good. But it's not the most graceful of planets, right? And again, watch your anger. Mars in Virgo can be hypercritical. It can be argumentative. We don't want Mars to bring out the worst in us. Okay. We have the letter C, H, E. Oh, those moved. They were meant to. N. We have N again. We have the letter M. And we have the letter J. Now, these could be your initials. They could be the initials of someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. But this is just a special mention for those of you who've seen your initials here today. All right. That was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.